Noodletools is the subscription citation generator that we subscribe to, but you can do so much more with it. I'll give you a brief overview. So from the library homepage, library.niagara.edu, go to the databases A to Z page and you will find a list of all of our databases in alphabetical order. What I find is useful is using this alphabet to click on the letter of the title of the database that you're interested in to get to a smaller number of databases that begin with that letter, and then they're in alphabetical order as well. If you do not yet have an account with Noodletools, go ahead and register for a free account. It'll only take a few minutes, but I'm going to sign into mine. And once you create your account, what you're going to do is see a blank page. Or once you start using it, you will see a list of the assignments that you've used Noodletools for. In the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see this green button to create a new project, and then just title the project something that would make it different from all the other assignments that you could use it for. Select the citation style that is required for your project, but most people use APA on campus. And the citation level junior will be appropriate to use. It's not too overwhelming, I hear, whereas advanced is. And starter doesn't even include the option to cite a journal, so never ever use that. But junior will work for you, so just click that button and then submit. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take you into my first project here. This is what happens when you create a project. This is what you see, okay? This is just the home page. You can create the research question and develop it into a thesis here, but most people don't unless this folder is required by your professor. Sometimes they want you to share the project with you, especially if you're doing an independent study, so they can kind of help guide you through the process and make sure you're using appropriate evidence in your research. You can also share with others if you continue to use this. If you have a group project, really useful because it's cloud-based and you can just drop your citations in when it's convenient for you. And that's where we get to the to-do list. Also very convenient to create tasks in order to keep your group on task. So what you're going to do is go ahead and click on the Sources tab, and you'll see I've already added a few to this example. They're all in alphabetical order as required by APA. But you will go to Create a New Citation and select which one you are going to use. More often than not, it's going to be database, and this is what advanced looks like. See, could be a little overwhelming, but you'll have these color-coded ones based on frequency. So you click on Journal. That's what you'll be using the most. And at its core, Noodletools is a learning tool, and so every time you click on one of these boxes, it will provide you with directions for appropriate citations. Now, if you don't know what DOI is, it will even describe what it is, what the acronym is, as well as what it looks like. So when you're looking at the actual document, how do I know if there's DOI? That's what you're looking for. And it continues. Even if you're not going to fill in all of these boxes, at least it forces you to look at it so that the citation is appropriate. However, I think more often than not, people are using Google Scholar and EBSCO and ProQuest in the beginning of their research, and those auto-generate a citation for you. So let's not squander that gift. Let me show you an example here. Go ahead, quick cite, copy and paste a citation. And I'm going to grab it first, but I have my citation here. This is the PDF. And I want to keep everything in one place when it comes to my research. So I'm going to leave the URL here so I have access to this later. You can also include an annotation. That's just notes on why you selected it, because the research process, you might have a couple of different times that you're going to edit or revise your research. This will help you to keep track of why you selected them from one time to another. Okay, so after I get that, I will go back. I found it on Google Scholar, and it's this one. So they give you this little cite button here. And it's APA that I need, so I'll copy what they give me and put it in the box manually edited citation. Now, mind you, do not assume the citation is correct. That could not be more true. And it's up to you when you submit it to your professor to provide complete and accurate citations. So they give you this guide here, and remember we saw what a DOI looked like? It does not have one. So what you want to do is no DOI available. Is this correct? Now it's missing volume and issue number. So what we have to do is see if on the actual document that I have access to down here, that big 2, it makes me think it was chapter 2 of a book, so I could be citing this inappropriately. That's something you have to figure it out. Or, where's the volume issue number? It might not have it. They're not 100% accurate. It's only as good as you are. It's up to you to make these changes prior to submitting to your professor. And go ahead and submit to save, and then it will put it in your list alphabetically, and you'll notice it is in yellow. And then here you'll have access to that live web page for future reference. You can archive and annotate, you can edit, you can delete, and they also help you with in-text citations. Okay, so when you're done with your research, and it's almost the due date of the entire paper, you go to Print Export to Word or Google Docs, wherever you're writing your paper, and it will open up a reference page for you. So what I tend to do is I will copy and paste this on a new page within the document that I was doing, because they open it up new. And then you're done. As long as you made the changes as you went along, this will save you time in the long run. And last but not least, I also want to show you note cards are an option. If you're doing a lit review, you might get a little overwhelmed. And so you can create an outline. And once you do that, you can put your the citations you find in order of which ones go where. So it's kind of like a visual way to see where you're going to cite. So if you go to New, Note Card, you'll title it whatever, but you can pick from your sources. I'll just put this one. You can put a direct quotation here, paraphrase or summarize, original thinking here, the URL, page number, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of information that you can add here. Save and close, and then put it in the right place or where it goes. Is it in the yoga section? Is it in the college section? It's just a good way to make sense of all of the information that you're collecting. So please let me know if you need any assistance or any librarian can help you out with Noodletools. It's a great tool that we have access to. Thanks.